Alrighty then, the NBA has suspended its season because Rudy Gobert came down with the coronavirus. Let's talk about it. We back, Goodfellas Sports TV. We reloaded 2.0. If you didn't know, my original channel got hacked, so I'm going through the process to get it back. If I can get it back, if I can't get it back, I'll be here full time, building it brick by brick once again. Very discouraging, but yeah, man. Just talk about the journey I had on my other channel to get to 28,000, but hopefully YouTube can do me a solace and get my channel back, and I won't make stupid mistakes again. But it's nobody to blame but me. But hey, let's talk about it, man. Rudy Gobert did come down with the coronavirus. I heard this a little bit earlier. Kind of didn't really come from a huge publication, and then it ended up being confirmed that he came down with it. And it's unfortunate. Rudy Gobert, I like his game. Defensive guy, rim protector, lob catcher. Cried last year when he get into the All-Star game. Draymond made fun of him, and look where he was this year in the All-Star game while Draymond Green was sitting on the pine at home. Okay. At the end of the day, I was wondering, because I played FanDuel tonight. I started back playing like last week. And I kept seeing Chris Paul have first next to his name with 12 minutes. I mean, the first quarter. I'm like, damn, when the game gonna start? And then after I read the Rudy Gobert thing, then they said they suspended the OKC Thunder and Utah Jazz game. So I'm like, damn. All right. I mean, is FanDuel gonna refund people? It's a great question, FanDuel. Usually what FanDuel do in situations like this, they give you a cheap ass voucher where it's 1 billion people playing and you only can win like $20 at the most, or $100. FanDuel is just like one of the worst at refunding people money or, giving them vouchers or whatever. But I just like their interface. That's why I prefer it over DraftKings, but that's another story for another day. But, hopefully Rudy Gobert get better. The mortality rate for the coronavirus is less than 1%. Okay. Less than 1% of people that get the coronavirus die. Okay, I looked that up. Some guy, he came up with a radical number of 3.4%, but they debunked what he meant. And the real mortality rate is less than 1%. Tom Hanks and his wife got it. And you more susceptible when you traveling to, contagious diseases, when you flying on planes. May it be, going through the airport, or may it be flying domestic or charter. You just more susceptible doing that. And that's why the airplane prices are super cheap right now. So, it sounds like it kind of has a lot of, symptoms that run concurrent with the flu. So in cold weather states, I mean, you got to wash your hands. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I wouldn't go to the gym as well. I would try to minimize my contact, but a lot of people don't wash their hands. Even when I go to the doors, and gas pumps, I kind of don't want to touch the pump. I wear a glove or touch it with my sleeve and disinfect my sleeve later, or, wear gloves. That's what I can kind of warn people to do. Doorknobs, not washing your hands, not using the sanitizer. If you got to go to the gym and that's where you work at after, a contact with the bars or with the machines and stuff of that nature, that thing I can recommend is constantly washing your hands and washing your ass. Okay, that's what some people, you'll be surprised how many people don't wash their hands after using the bathroom, or don't, that ain't clean, or don't wash their ass on a daily basis. Let me say that real quick. For people that shit, pee all day, and sweat all day, for you not to wash your ass every day before you get in your sheets in your bed, and that's another thing people don't do, change their sheets and change their covers and wash their sheets. That's just something that's been lost. But for people that don't wash their ass every day, even if you sit at home and just run to the store, you still accumulating dirt on your body and on your skin. Got to wash your ass, okay? That's just the common sense. You got boo-boo, you got boo-boo still in your butt and all that. You got to wash your butt every day. And all those things and cleanliness and sanitation in your body, that prevents you from getting the flu and the cold and getting the cold and all that type of stuff. Washing your butt. You think it'd be common sense, but common sense ain't too common amongst this generation. Okay. But the NBA shutting down the season, I can care less, to be honest. The products suck regardless. I just don't really care for the NBA over the last few years. I liked it in the early 2000s and the 90s. It was a banging product. If this was the NFL, then I'd be mad, because that's what I do on Sundays. Had Sundays off. I watch the NFL. I watch my Lions. I watch the games. I enjoy them. The product is still pretty good, even though they making it soft and it's becoming like the NBA. But I enjoy the product. Okay, NBA, I can give a fuck less, to be honest with you. All right, the product is so watered down. There's no rivalries. There's no real anger no more. Only real kind of anger matchup is the Clippers and the Lakers for obvious reasons. But it ain't even like when you used to watch, the Pistons and the Jordan rules and the Magic and Bird and them. It just ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I can care less. Hopefully they get it together. Hopefully they get it under control, and cleanliness is next to godliness, and hopefully they get all that together and they can start the season. But if they don't finish the season or they don't restart the season for a while, I can care less. The NBA ain't a part of my life. I talk a little NBA on my channels, but I really can care less because the product is just atrocious, all right? And I've been saying it for last couple years. But hey, let me know what you guys think. The article proving it to be true. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Appreciate the love, support. Continue to share the videos. All the social media is the same. So if you follow me before the channel got hacked and now it's the same, want to make a donation, Cash App, PayPal in the description. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you guys think. One time for the one time. It's your boy CJ Goodfella, Goodfella Sports TV. Reloaded. We on.